been happening with me, and I've spent the last 10 years having my agency taken away from me. Agency is where I have my sense of my own goals and objectives, my own identity, I guess. And basically I had my identity and my agency and my goals taken away from me. It's actually a type of domestic abuse where, say, your parents try to tell you who you are as a person and what you're supposed to grow up to be, or as an adult, your parents trying to take away everything you've worked for to make them be who you want them to be, effectively destroying any dreams and goals that you may have for yourself while enforcing their own goals and objectives onto you. It's like my mom keeps writing me letters telling me she wants me to be successful, and then at the same time, when I was tripped on a set, she told me, "Great, Laura, now you have to give up what you love." As though my being in physical pain was a positive thing. Yeah, that happened. Which is one of the reasons why I've been so perplexed by this whole thing. And also gaslighting me. Insinuating I need mental health care simply because I want to be an actor. Or simply because I want to work in the entertainment industry. When apparently I'm supposed to want to marry an oil baron when I cannot stand the oil industry and think we ought to get rid of fossil fuels. I have always felt that way, or for that matter, trying to implicate the fact that somehow I was conservative growing up when I was taught when I was growing up in a Hampton elementary school and middle school and Towson High School to be a civic-minded person who cared about, I guess, other people or cared about the planet versus being a selfish, self-centered capitalist who wants only to make a money. And I'm not anti-capitalist per se, or I should say I'm not anti-people making a living and making their own money and having their own individual identity. I am against, however, people being so greedy that they don't care about the consequences of their actions. So, anyways, I am really angry. I'm angry about what the Supreme Court has done, and someone told me I needed anger management. Well, guess what? I have the right to be angry. And all of the anger management in the world isn't going to make me have a relationship with my parents. My parents want me to go to a psychologist, thinking that if I go to a psychologist, I will become the little girl that they loved and liked. And the problem is, I was never that little girl. As a kid, I'd rather do my homework than hang out with my parents. As a kid, I didn't curse, didn't say anything back to my parents because they would have threatened to beat me up or hit me, and my father would especially. And I was scared of my parents. So basically, my parents are fooling themselves and lying to themselves. And it's just, this whole situation with me, it just reflects what's been going on right now in America with the Supreme Court and everything else. Like, I wish somebody had listened to me, because I'm betting there's hundreds of women like me whose lives have been destroyed by their own parents, because instead of us women being allowed to have our own identity, we are supposed to grow into our parents when we grow up. And yes, I'm wearing a mask because I have an autoimmune disease. So there's that too.